It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Yeah.
I don't know the rest. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Booth Podcast. My name is Ken, along with my co-host.
Santa.
Yeah,
Santa Claus. Dommy Claus.
Young Santa.
Dommy
Young
Claus.
Santa. Little Santa.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
look at my
um,
Santa fit, dude. It's more Spider-Man-ish because I got the blue, but you know,
I'm
repping.
I work at Bell.
It works at Bell.
Yeah, my name tag right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome to the podcast. If you're new here, this is the podcast where we talk about life, love, and the deep things you can't talk about with anyone else. And we just want to say, because Christmas just passed, because this is on the 26th that's releasing, Merry Christmas.
Or maybe,
Belated
maybe I'll
Christmas.
just upload it on Christmas.
Actually, yeah, okay.
We'll just upload it on Christmas.
You
for
know,
you guys.
okay, well then,
Consider
Merry
that
Christmas.
our Christmas presents, guys.
Okay, then Merry Christmas, right
Merry
there.
Christmas.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas to you guys. You know, this is a Christmas special in a sense,
Yeah.
I guess, you know. And this episode is just really us just like kind of recapping the year and like the lessons we learned in 2022.
Yes.
So because Christmas is the holiday of giving or whatever, we're giving you our lessons.
Yeah.
That's our gift to you guys, you know, just a little laid back, you know. But yeah, damn, 2022 was a wild year.
2022 was a wild year. I was talking about this with somebody else because like I kind of did like this podcast in my head with somebody else, right? Like because I knew we were gonna film this, and I was like, man, like the first like half, at least for me personally, were absolute trash. Like I don't know if anyone else felt that. If you did, please let me know in the comments that I'm not alone. But the first half of 2022 was like a rough one, like to catch my footing.
What's that?
That's not funny, man.
Eh.
But no, it was a rough one.
I'm the exception.
Yeah, no, it was a rough one because like there's just a lot of footing that needed to be I need to catch my footing.
Yeah.
A lot of bridges that needed to be burned, or that didn't need to be burned. They just so happened to be burned.
Yeah.
And I had to start anew.
All right, wait. I know we talked about this in the whole eras part, but rate your year 1 to 10.
Yeah. A solid 6.
Okay.
6 to 7.
6 being like, 1 being the worst.
1 being the worst. 10
amazing.
being amazing. Yeah.
All right. For me, my 2022.
Don't lie. You did a whole video.
Did?
You did hey Ken, how you feeling right now? I'm feeling amazing.
I did?
Dude, with Peace Collective.
Oh yes.
I mean, that's not recapping the year, but like that's like usually a 24/7 mood.
Honestly, I'm gonna give this a solid 9.
Wow.
A solid 9.5 actually.
Wow.
2022 was filled with a lot of different new
Unexpected
experiences.
turns.
Yeah.
Some twists and turns. You know what?
Twists and turns, ups and downs, you know. Here and
A
there.
lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
Dude, guys, I'm slick with my comedy, bro. If you understood that, man,
let's just hope they don't know.
I'm good, bro.
But yeah, yo, all right, let's start this off. Okay, in your own personal journey of 2022, what was some of the lessons you learned in like personal growth?
In personal growth, I learned that you got yourself. Like as much as like because we're entering our 20s. I mean, we've already entered our 20s, but at the start of our 20s. It becomes more like I have to rely on myself and less dependent on others for my own happiness, for my own like contentment. Like I learned that like happiness shouldn't always be the goal. It should just be to be still and be at peace. You know, serenity should be the goal.
Yeah. Ooh, serenity, big word.
Yeah, bro, come on now.
What's that mean?
Serenity is just another word for peace. It's just another word for peace.
Oh, my bad.
Calmness in the mind is like the main goal because like I tend to have a lot of voices in my head, negative and, you know, different positive. Like sometimes I'll have a lot of positive voices, but then people will tell me it's my ego, and then those are negative voices.
Yeah.
Everything gets jumbled up. But at the end of the day, as long as you're able to stick to yourself and recenter yourself, then no one can really tell you who to be.
Yeah.
You can only tell you yourself who you are, right?
Fair.
That's what I've learned is to just, number one, be myself, and that I got myself.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. So then, what's your top 3? Your top 3 lessons you learned on personal growth this year alone.
You're not gonna answer for you?
I'm asking you the questions, G.
My top 3 lessons is trust yourself. Like you got yourself.
Yeah.
Number 2, it's not as difficult as you make it out to be. You're just overthinking things.
Yeah.
And number 3, man, you got me stumped. Oh, you feel your shit, bro. Like whatever it is that you're going through, let yourself feel that.
Why?
I think it's super important that we just feel our shit because we don't want to suppress our emotions to the point where it comes back a lot more difficult, a lot more harder on ourselves. Like, because let's say there's a quote that, I mean, like I've learned before, but it reinstated in my brain. Hurt people hurt people. Yeah.
Pretend I got that.
Like, because there was like,
no, but I get it. Yeah.
through my grief, through my like heartbreak at the time, like I didn't know that I was just hurting other people in my path. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of like, to an extent I did know, right? But because I thought I was just like, I was justifying with like, oh, I'm like in a lot of pain or like whatever have you. And so it got to a point where it's like, that's not excusable. And you have to take the time in learning through your mistakes and figuring out how you can be a better person. Like, obviously I can't hold myself like too much accountable, like accountable enough to learn from it, but not enough to keep myself prisoner to my own thoughts and mistakes. And yeah, just like embrace the mistakes, but like learn, like let yourself be a human at the end of the day.
Be a human. That's nice, man. Dang.
That was my top. What's your top 3 lessons, since you want to hit me so hard with that one?
Top 3 lessons I learned, like in personal growth.
Yes.
Okay, the top 3 lessons I learned in personal growth this year was don't wait, just do. Because there's a time where, I mean, many of you guys know I like to make clothes and whatever, right? So as a creative, you know, you have all these ideas and then it's like you want to get it started, but you're just waiting around for it to actually happen, but you're not doing shit. So literally what I've learned is don't wait for no one or nothing to happen. So just go ahead and do it yourself. You know, if you know for a fact you can do it, at least try. You know, the fact that you tried is well worth it. What's wrong with you?
No, don't worry. Don't worry about me.
What?
I'm just fixing my chair.
You want to look taller?
No, I just feel shorter. And I realized the height of your chair is a lot taller than mine. Anyways, go on. Go on.
Okay. Important lesson I learned this year is it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to feel emotion, which I fucking hate. I will not deny that.
Yeah, I hate that too.
Because there's a time in 2022 where I was just like kind of sad. It's like, I don't want to go through this. This shit's fucking weird, bro. Like, you know, it's like I didn't want to like face it. But I'm like, okay, I got to, so I can get over it and continue on. Yeah. Right. I didn't want to like keep running away from my own problems or running away from my own emotions, because the more I kept doing that, the bigger the burden it became. Right. And so it was weird. So I've learned to deal with it, learned to like be more vulnerable and voice it out, and just like at least talk to myself about it and be more open about it. Because in the end, it really did help me. And it just releases a lot of fucking stress and anxiety. You know, so now it's like, all right. That's why now if you see that Peace Collective, you know, collaboration I did, it's just fucking living, man. Yeah. You know, that's my motto. Just living. But another lesson I learned, personal growth. Oh, that's kind of tough because, like, I ain't gonna lie. This year, it's not that it was a blur. It's like so much has happened. Yeah. It's like I can't remember all of it. You know?
Is that what it was for me to answer it now? You motherfucker. Like,
I was like, I lied. Yo, go out and always meet new people. Always say yes to new opportunities.
Always say yes to new opportunities. Yeah.
That's well, I kind of knew that, but I'm gonna still say it again. But yeah, I'm gonna say those are some of like my top 3 lessons, you know? But yo, to you guys that are watching right now, comment down your top 3 lessons that you learned this year. You know, personal growth, relationship, heartbreak, anything. Comment down below and just share with others.
Or even just top 3 lessons you learned from us, if you have any. Yeah. Because I do get your messages. So thank you guys.
And I don't, but that's fine.
That's not true. That's not true. I'll pull it up.
Like, okay. My bad.
All right. So here's a lesson that I want to get a lot more deeper into stuff now. Here's a lesson that I learned, or at least that we did a friendships episode. Not too long ago. How to maintain long friendships.
Oh yeah.
And just because of it's a recent topic. But I think a lesson that not only like I'm learning, but a lesson that I hope the world is learning is to please check on your friends. check on your loved ones, because you don't know. Like, obviously, yes, you're going through your shit, but just as much as you're capable of going through your shit, everyone else around you is also going through their shit. And hey, man, like, it's a tough life, you know.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt to every now and then just be like, hey, how you doing? Are you really?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to like be a better friend? Anything I can do to just like be there for you? Because like there are people that you can lose within an instant. I one lesson I definitely learned after my dad's passing is you never have enough time with anybody in this world. People come and go, and the only thing that really stays is the memory with them, right? But yeah, please check on your friends, bro. Cause like I think I can. I'll say it. It doesn't matter. I lost a friend to suicide, and so it does hurt to know that you don't get a second chance.
Yeah.
Once they're gone, they're gone. So please, 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 please take the time to check on your friends. You never know what they're going through. Because a lot of the people with the brightest smiles are the people hiding the most shit that they're going through. So, yeah, I'm sorry I had to get real deep with it. But, like, if there's anything that I can do with this podcast is to keep spreading a message that hopefully can resonate with you guys. And, that's been our goal, like, to always try to just help people as much as we can. So, any lessons that you learned?
Wait, hold on. With that being said, this is our checkpoint. So this is a reminder for you to check up on your friend right now. Ask them how they're doing, how you're really doing, like what he said. And just ask them how their day is, how they're doing, their mental, their emotional, everything. Because, everyone needs to hear that. So make this your checkpoint. Ask a family, a friend, your cousin, anyone, really. And, sometimes they need it.
Especially during this time of the year, too.
Yeah.
I feel like just because, like, it is Christmas. And some people are celebrating without their families. And some people are, celebrating because they, celebrating a year of after losing a loved one. Like I am, so just check on them.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt, right? It's 5 minutes out of your day. But yeah, that's one thing I learned. Another thing I learned this year in terms of friendships is to just make time.
Yeah.
Plan shit out, make time, and like actually make the effort to do things. Because we have a solid amount of friends that we want to spend time with.
Yeah.
And it just so happens they're never like available, reading group chats, everything. So
yeah, okay, yo, listen, I love my friends. This happened like last year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, if you guys are hearing this. Low-key, y'all pissed me off when this happened. Okay, but I still love you guys. Okay, but literally, usually I'm the one who plans everything. So I was the planner of the group, right? Which was getting tedious. It was getting really tedious, just like asking them to hang out, right? And they leave me on red. I'm like, it got to a point where I had to message, like, do you guys want to go to wherever I said, right? And then I had to say, please respond. Don't leave me on red, because I was so annoyed, right?
I can see the TikTok comments already.
Yeah,
honey, cut them off. Make new friends.
Listen, I get it. But it's like, I still want to at least try and keep them in my life,
Yeah.
It's like, but they're still there. We're still friends. It's cool.
Yeah.
We'll make time for them eventually, but I'm getting busier. So if my friends are hearing this, you gotta get me up now. I'm sorry. I'm not getting cocky or anything. But I'm getting busier as I grow older.
Facts.
Just letting you guys know.
Facts. What's another lesson that you've learned in 2022? In
2022.
regards to friendship, I want to go more into the friendship stuff.
Oh, in regards to friendship?
We rarely do this.
Let me see. Let me think. Oh, okay, yo. This was probably like one of the biggest things I learned this year is try to cater to your friends' like interests and love languages or anything like that. Because Don's a movie dude, right? I'm not. So he likes to talk about film, and usually like it's not that I don't understand it, but I'll still engage in the conversation as much as I can. But it's like I'm very limited in my knowledge, and it's like I know sometimes you want to watch film that I just don't.
Is that why you recommended Black Panther that one day?
Well, that and just like I wanted to watch it. I just don't want. I'm not comfortable doing things alone, like movies. Okay. Like by myself. I'm like, let me have a company there. It seems kind of depressing if I go alone.
Right.
That's just my perception. Right. But yeah, it's like try to gauge in your friends' like interests here and there.
Yeah.
Right. As much as you can, because it's like you want to show them that you're there. Oh shit, my feet, my shoulder.
that you dare.
You want to show them that you care and like you're interested in that. You know, this is another version of themselves that they want to express because you know that's the true version of themselves, where it involves passion. Because you can tell by when a person speaks about their passion, they speak very like flowy, very. Is that a word?
Like
it's with ease. You know, if they don't stutter like how I'm stuttering right now.
Naturally.
Yeah, it just comes off. It's like, oh, they know what the fuck they're talking about,
and they're passionate about it.
Yeah, and it's like it's not that they don't let you speak, but it's like you're letting them, and that's just you can tell when they speak a lot. It's like, oh, they have a lot to say.
Because I feel like everybody wants to be able to be themselves around the people they love. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's also why I watched Avatar, because I was like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was like, you know what, like. Anytime I bring up anything, you have not watched it.
Yeah.
Like, our other friends have not watched it. So I'm like, you know what, fine. Like, I'll bring up something that we've all watched together. Even though it does it hurt for you guys to watch some of what I like to watch? No. But you know what? I'll make that step forward.
I'm just busy, bro.
Okay. Yeah. No, I get it. But yeah. I think I learned that lesson a little bit better. Throwing shade. Go ahead, throw it.
Your shadow.
That's shade, motherfucker. No. What's another lesson I've learned through friendships? Just communicate.
Fair. Yeah.
I think you and I can agree on this, is that through our friendship, there has been some turmoil points this year. But that's also because I was going, again, hurt people. So I feel like I was going through a lot of stuff that I was never open about. But I think this year you and I opened up a lot more to each other.
Yeah.
I think with you now, I just feel like a sort of, before I was just like, I can't open up to you, blah, blah, blah. Like, do you remember? Yeah, I know you remember these conversations. Because like you just never there. Like you're never present, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And now I feel like I'm just like, just letting it out. Like, whatever, like what am I gonna do? Not put in the effort. A friend of ours told me like, how do you expect to have a good friendship with him if you just don't like communicate with him?
Yeah.
And I was just like, in my head, I was like, you know what, Kenneth is just Ken. If he wants to make the effort, he will. I shouldn't have to force that out of him. But at the same time, if you don't make the step forward, then there won't be a foundation to be built for that, right? And so that's why I was like, you know what, fine. Fine, I'll start, I guess. And like you made the effort too. I won't deny that. We've had some tough conversations, but like all things that create growth, there's a lot of growing pains.
Yeah. And
if you're not willing to go through the growing pains, then are you really there to grow with your friend, with your someone that you love?
Yeah.
Right. So make the effort, make the change, be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in your friendships.
Some motivational speaker shit.
Yeah.
While wearing your Santa hat. Very inspiring. Before we continue, I think one of the lessons that I learned is be open to making new friends with anyone. Right? Because I mean, like, okay, because Dom and I have kind of like, the booth itself has kind of been growing a following throughout the year, right? We've met a lot of cool people, been invited to some events, right? And it's fucking crazy.
Very fun.
Like, bro, like I didn't think that I'd be friends with some of the influencers today. If we can even like call them influencers or anything, like micro influencers in Toronto, right? And it's just like, wow, we're in that space.
Right.
It's like I didn't like don't think so small of yourself. Right? Because I didn't think we'd go this far.
Right.
Like I knew we're getting there to get big and whatever. That's not the goal, but it's like to impact people. But it's like it's crazy that I didn't see us making that many influencer friends or just friends within our industry. And it's just crazy. It's like, wow, a year or two ago, it was just like
we were in our own little bubble.
The only people that knew about the podcast was just like our friends, just people around the area, high school students and shit.
Right.
And it's just like now it's like we have people like at the club, on the streets, in the malls, like, hey, you're them. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, what's up, man? It's like it's still fucking weird to me, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Respectfully, if you think, if you've met us and you hear this, I'm sorry. It's just still very shocking. I still see myself as like I'm just like a normal dude just doing like 5 things at once.
Yeah, and weirdly we're on TV now. So
forgot about that.
yeah,
Forgot. Make sure you guys go check that out.
check that out. Filipino TV.
Yeah.
We're there every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't know the show times, but it'll be
Tuesdays,
somewhere.
11 a.m., 7 p.m. Thursday reruns would be 10:30 a.m. and 7:30 p.m.
Boom. There you go. That's the times.
And if you don't have it, we'll be posting episodes pretty soon on the Boot Podcast
Yes.
on our channel. So stay tuned for that. Just letting you guys know if you're this far in, just so we know you're the loyal, listeners.
Booth supporter.
Yeah.
Yes. But no. Is it the Booth Podcast if we don't talk about love, Ken?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Your fellow simps are here
Yeah.
to talk about love. Just the lessons we've learned in love.
Love, relationships, dating, like this year alone.
Like I know we did a podcast on it, but we're gonna short form it and just go overall. Like I think I did.
I think this was just more for us, right?
Love specifically, not like too much dating. Like yes, dating, but strictly on love. Does that make sense? Like because dating is different.
Yeah.
I would say dating's different.
No, dating's different, but I didn't love anyone this year. Like relationship wise, right?
Yeah, no, yeah.
I mean, she was the closest, but she wasn't like there.
Okay, let's.
Actually, I'll talk about that.
All right.
If she's listening,
You want to go first?
what's up? All right, if she's listening, what's up? Still wish you the best, But yeah, this is. Oh, I can't believe I even learned that. Oh damn, this guy's bringing out a whole notebook.
Yeah, bro.
What
I
these
wrote
lessons?
it down. I wrote it down somewhere. Hold on. Keep going. I wanna
Okay,
hear you.
yeah. Okay, so one of the biggest things I've learned this year about like relationships and like dating is you have to set boundaries on what you guys want to be and state your intentions on where you want the relationship or the direction you want it to go, right? Because unfortunately, I did not do any of those. And long story short, it ended and we parted ways. I was ready for committed relationships. She wasn't. And that's fine. The boundary and everything. It's just like, okay, I was going to go with the whole mindset like, oh, just go with the flow and shit, let's see what happens. But now in my opinion, it's like, yo, you got to like control that flow. Control the direction you want to go in. That can be applied through life and everything. Because if you don't, then you're just walking blindly in a dark alley. Literally. But yeah, so that's kind of what I kind of did. So yeah, so one of the lessons that you guys should implement in your life, in your dating life, is state your boundaries and state your intentions so you're not lost in the dark and you have some sort of direction as to where you want to go in life with this person.
I like that one a lot.
Well,
I knew that was gonna be one. Okay, so this is what I wrote. This is October 19th, 2022.
God damn, you wrote
Ready?
the date?
Yeah, man. Man, when you journal, you gotta write the date,
yeah.
right? This is my mindset with my dating life is whatever happens, happens. Live in the moment, put no pressure on it, let things play out. What's for you will make its way to you, but what's yours will never make you question. It will stay. That's what I've learned.
Explain. What does that mean?
So what does that mean? That means like every chapter of your life is gonna come and go, right? But the person that's gonna be the one is never gonna make you question anything. They're gonna stay, and it'll present itself, and you're gonna be like, "Yep, that's it. That makes sense," And you're never gonna have to worry. Like, I mean, obviously, you're gonna worry about things because when you hold something so sacred as the one, right? Like, when you hold them to a certain standard like that, obviously, it's very scary to lose them. But I think to an extent, you're not gonna doubt how right they are for you.
That's true.
And they're gonna love you in the ways that through their intuition they feel is right.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna stay. Like they're gonna do whatever they feel like to make sure that you are reassured, that you are loved, that they show you that they choose you, and they're gonna love you through every little thing, every little flaw that you have. They won't make you feel too less than. Yeah, man. It's been a hard one. It's been a hard one this year, guys.
Yeah, man, guys. I've been hearing is like his I'd say, I've been hearing his like dating stories for the past couple months alone for a bit. It's a wild ride.
What are you talking about?
Wild ride.
What are you talking about, guys? What are you talking about?
Wild ride. Oh, okay. What about this?
I don't got no dating life, guys. Come on.
Okay. What are some of the lessons you learned in dating this year? Because I know there's a couple.
If there's no spark, dip out.
Is true. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Be upfront. Communicate that.
That's
Hey,
fair. That's fair.
listen. Like as much as like it was great getting to know you, I just don't feel that there's a connection. I don't want to lead you on, and I think you should go on to do great things, and I will do great things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, we were talking about this earlier too in the fucking car. It's like you always need timing and chemistry.
Timing and chemistry.
That's very fucking important.
Very important.
You can't have one without the other.
You cannot.
Like the timing could be right?
Yeah.
But if there's no chemistry, there's no
spark.
It's not worth
It's
trying
not,
to prolong that, or it's not worth trying to force a connection.
Yeah.
And
if you got chemistry, but there's no timing,
that's
when are you gonna see that person?
Yeah.
Like, I guess I get the whole like, well, if they're worth the time, you're gonna make the time. But guess what? Life circumstances don't care about your time.
That is fair.
Like, you know what I mean? And whatever you have to build for yourself has to be of importance, right? Like, are you willing to sacrifice, I don't know, let's just say studying for this big test or going out with this person that you're really hitting it off with? If that person like really respects your time and wants more time with you in the future, they're going to be like, I understand. We're going to reschedule.
Yeah.
Right? Or the universe or whatever you believe in will just make things happen for you guys to come back to one another. Otherwise, don't force timing and don't force chemistry.
Because you will fuck yourself over.
Those are the laws of dating. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and
I don't make the rules.
In the end, someone will get hurt, and it's most likely going to be you who's trying to pursue something that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just, just timing has to be... See, timing is just a bitch. I will still say that to this day, regardless of what it is. Timing is still a bitch, but it's the most important factor in your relationship.
Yeah. No, I would agree. Timing is the worst one. Like, if you don't have that one.
Yeah.
Because imagine hitting it off with a really great person, and then, like, you don't ever get the time of day to see them. It's like...
Yeah.
Whereas if you got timing but no chemistry, I'm not trying to like waste my time. Right? You know what I mean? Like,
it's like
peace out. I'm good. I'm good. But also, actually, you know what? Like,
what?
I guess having no chemistry sucks too, because then you're just like filled with in a world of blah blahs. Like,
yeah. It's like
it's
like that TikTok. It's like, oh, this is my daily routine. They're in the office. They wake up, eat breakfast, office, and then in the end, it's like, honey, you come into bed. You haven't seen that one? Oh, dude, it's like
keep going.
No, it's like that. It's like a routine that's just boring, right? It's like it's so dull, and it's like at that point, you might as well just like give up.
Like, what are you doing this for?
Right? It's like,
is it really gonna last?
Right? It's not worth it.
Now let's get on to some actual like life experiences that we've went through this year, that have changed our perspective, have helped us grow as adults.
Would you really say so?
Yeah.
Okay, like what?
Like, I like to think that these experiences are entering adult, like not like adulthood in the sense of like we're maturing, but adulthood in like adult activities. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, things that you would not have done otherwise when you're like a teenager.
I mean, legally you can't do that.
Yeah.
Unless.
Like here we go, guys. The club. We went clubbing.
Yeah.
And then to me, that the lesson I learned from that is like, don't shit on something that you haven't tried yet.
Yeah.
You never know, because me and Ken both had bad experiences our first time.
But the second time, because our first time we didn't go with each other.
Yeah.
Right. We both went with different people. The second time, we went with Sarah and like a bunch of our other friends who also went for the first time. And it was fun. I'm like, yo, I'm vibing with this shit. I mean, the DJ's kind of ass, but I'm with my friends. I'm drinking and shit. It's like, okay, ideally, if I look back on this, I'm probably like, why the fuck did I think that's good? But at the time, I don't regret it. It's just that I'm young. Let me be a little reckless, Let me make my mistakes.
I think it's fine to go through we only went like 4 times?
Less than 5, yeah. Probably, or 5 on the dot.
Yeah, like it's not that many to go like iClub every weekend.
Yeah.
Right? But it's enough to go, like, we've experienced it and we haven't had a bad experience.
Yeah.
Like, just to let loose and let everything, every stress that we've ever had in our mind just kind of let go. Like, yeah, it's a fun experience just to be with a whole different like group of people.
Yeah, and look at one of the best things about the club is that you can literally make friends with the most randomest people.
Yeah.
And then you just won't see them again. But you have that memory of just y'all vibing in that circle, just like jamming out and shit or whatever. And it was fucking fun, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, they put like good ass fucking music with the good DJ and you put the boys in the middle. Time of our lives, bro.
Yeah.
And then we literally start grabbing people on the nights, like, yo, join
Just
us.
creating a
and
whole
then
big
they
mosh
join
pit.
in. Yeah, literally, bro. That's the best part. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if this isn't dancing. It's just a vibe.
Just like just yelling at the top of your lungs to
a
certain song, like you're just letting out like a different side of you that is never really tapped into because you're so I'm living a normal life all the time, blah blah blah, going through my normal day, and you get to like become an animal of sorts. But yeah, like again, my lesson was don't shit on something you haven't tried yet.
My lesson is be open to new experiences. Don't hold yourself back.
Yeah.
You know, it's like experience it first, and if you don't like it the first time, that's completely fine. At least you have your say now, right? Because if you didn't experience it, then respectfully, shut the fuck up. You know,
give it a trial. Give it a give it a trial before you sign up for the subscription.
And if you can get in the club for free, he'll take it. I'm just saying.
Amen.
I'm just saying.
Honestly, like live life to the fullest is also what I've learned. I think there was at one point where I told you this. I was like, yeah, the thing I've been able to do is let go of so many things that I felt were pulling me back.
Yeah.
It was like defense mechanisms that were just trying to say like, hey, stay the same. Like, what are you doing? Don't drift away from us. Like, be the past you, the best version of you.
Yeah.
But once you let go of like just the thought of like, oh, I have to be this person because this person makes everybody happy, then you're not happy yourself.
That's true.
Right? Be the version of you that you need to be today.
Yeah.
Because there are times where like I'll think, no, I have to be responsible today. Like you're responsible every day. Like have one day to let loose. Or let's just say you're too loose and you're too like, just extravagant and adventurous. Maybe now's the time to be a little bit more coned down, calm, calculating.
Yeah. More focused.
More focused. Yeah. Like let yourself be whatever your situation needs you to be.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what we learned. That's what I learned for August, where it was like, okay, today I have to go to work. I have to do work. I have to plan for the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, but this day I need to like, be a little bit more social. Like exercise that social muscle and like let loose because I never do so. You just, again, with whatever situation you need to change into, be a chameleon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, going off of that, one thing that you kind of reminded me of, one of the lessons that I did learn this year was learn to prioritize certain things. Learn what needs to be done first and second, third, etc. Right? Because that will essentially get you to where you need to be and where you want to be. Right? Like there's a time where I think it's around the summer or like later on, like later spring, where I wanted to I was taking the podcast more seriously, right? And literally my friends would hit me up like, yo, let's go out, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to the club, let's do this and that. I'm like, I can't, bro. I gotta edit the podcast, I gotta do the highlights and everything, right? And I was so tempted to say yes because I many of you guys know I'm extroverted. I do go out like a lot. I mean, I still do, right? But now I've learned to like time manage and prioritize certain things to the point where now I can do the things I want to do with my other friends, right? So learn to prioritize certain things so you can get shit done faster and enjoy life a little more. Because now I think I found a good balance.
Yeah, where I'd like to think so.
I can hang out with my friends, go to work, and still edit the podcast and still do what I love doing, which is sewing, making clothes, and still my passion. And recently, now that school's ended, I'm like, I'm letting all of it out. But when school starts, I gotta find it back again.
Yeah.
Oh, another lesson I learned: use Chat GPT for your exams. Work smarter, not harder. Use that shit. And if it giving you the wrong answer, cross-check with your friends on Discord and make sure they get the same thing. Like, okay, this is the answer. Because that shit goes a long way. Because, I passed one of my exams using ChatGPT, so I'm not going to say none. But, they don't know which one. And my teachers don't know me, except for one of them. So, yeah.
Another lesson I learned through a bunch of experiences this year was to just, number one, give things a try, but do them, like, do them to the best of your capability. Obviously, I do that already, but I think getting over the hurdle of like, can I do this, is the thing that you should just move past. Yeah, like just try things, and if it's hard, that means try harder. Like, don't be scared of failure. Don't be scared of like any setback. Cause I did audition for a role. I won't say which one, but I did audition for this short film, and I wasn't expecting to get the lead, right? At all, may I add. I was kind of just like, I fit the description, and I wanted to give it a shot. Like, again, I had no acting experience. I had no background in it, but I wanted to give it a shot because it was something I wanted to tap into. And I got as far as an understudy, which it might not be that crazy, but
a win is a win.
just getting second place with no experience, no background, I was very, very satisfied.
Content.
I was content. Yeah, maybe not satisfied. Satisfied is in a negative connotation nowadays, but I was content with it, and it definitely like it gave me a realization like, oh wow, like if I can do this with no experience, now imagine like if I back it up.
Yeah.
So I tried to go from 0 to 100 right away, but the idea is to go 0 to 10, 10 to 20, like humble yourself enough to go, I need to take a huge step back and really dig down into my craft.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not supposed to get things perfect the first try, but I can do what I can to make the first try worth it, and then make the second try even better, and then just get better and better as time progresses. So yeah, and that also went into when I went to compete. I was scared of failure before, but I was like, you know what? As long as we just try to go the distance, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
What's another thing that was hard to learn this year?
One thing that was hard to learn this year was to heal my inner child. I know it was a thing that was trending on TikTok this year, but I really honed down to that idea when my dad had passed, because it was like, me as an adult wasn't affected. It was the kid that grew up like sleeping with like under my dad's arm when he was a baby.
Yeah.
It was the guy that was always like, it was the baby that was aware of when his dad came home from work. It was the kid that would cry unless he had his dad's shirt with his scent on it, sleeping beside him. That kid needed my dad the most. And he needed to be reassured that everything's going to be all right, and that we can still live a happy life without him. And so in that, I really felt like literally exactly last year, I think, almost exactly last year, I was like, oh my gosh, Spider-Man No Way Home was when my childhood was at a peak, like my inner child was at my peak.
Yeah.
And then after that movie, died.
Why?
The inner child in me died, because then I had to go home, face reality, see my dad sick, and then within the next few days he passed. It was like a very like just it wasn't fun. But in like after, when I was deciding to like heal and go through my grief, I realized there's so many things that I let go of because I thought I have to grow up, I have to become an adult, I have to like be the man of the house, when really I gotta let the inner child out, so then when he comes back, when I can like keep him inside, I can be more present in my adult life.
Yeah.
Like things in the podcast that you guys see, like Spider-Man's my thing. I watch movies whenever I feel like it. Like I have a whole Disney playlist, and I think that is when I like to let my inner child out, because those times were really fun for me.
Yeah.
I play the Wii a lot with my cousins, with my brothers. Like, I do a lot of kid things, and I teach a lot of kids too.
Yeah.
In Taekwondo, and in doing that, I get to like, when I make the kids happy, I make the inner me happy, because I see myself through them. I get to live through them, and so like
it's like a reflection.
Yeah, it's been a big help to my mental health and overall like purpose in life, I like to think. Another thing I learned was to disassociate things from certain people. Like, for example, music. Yeah. Like, maybe this was our song.
Yeah.
And now I can't listen to that song anymore.
I know what you mean.
Or, man, we watched this movie together. This was our favorite movie. This was our favorite show.
Yeah.
Now I can't watch it anymore.
Bro.
But I learned through Sarah that sometimes in order to get over people is to do things that remind you of them as if like you're I don't know how to explain it. The way she does it really well. But it's like in a way you're just allowing yourself to do activities that were with them by yourself so you can kind of heal within yourself.
Yeah.
I butchered that so hard. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah.
It's like you're facing it to like get over it. So then it's like it's numbing you, but it's like, oh, it's no big deal anymore.
You're also I feel like you're slowly like disassociating them with that thing and you're creating new memories with it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, that's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. Like,
bro, now that you mentioned, I'm thinking back. I when I was talking to this one girl, right?
Which girl? Oh my god, so many girls,
bro.
Ken.
Fuck up. I associated like these memories like with like I associated like this artist with the memories of her just because like
I know which one.
Yeah, so like this is when like Steve Lacy dropped his album.
Yeah, okay, I got it right.
And it's like, you know, I was listening to it so much, and you know, and like it just reminded me of her, right? And then after we kind of parted ways, I cried about it, right? And then like when one of his songs came, I couldn't listen to Bad Habit anymore. I couldn't listen to Mercury. I couldn't listen to the whole album itself. It's like next, I can't. Sorry, it's like you're flooding in my head,
right?
You know, and then like I think maybe after a month after we like ended things. I think I was like learning to like be more fine with it. I'm like, I think one of the Bad Habits came on, right? Like in my head, I remember it. It was a good song, right? Let me try, you know? And it's like, I only got as far as maybe like halfway into it before next song. But I'm like, okay, it's good progress, you know? Cause I didn't think about her for like half of it. And now it's like after like a month and a half or probably, right? It's like, oh shit, you're gone in my head. Like I can finally listen to Steve Lacy and enjoy his music, right? And now I'm blasting in the shower. I was like, yo, yeah, this shit it does not remind me of you.
Yeah,
it's just I'm vibing to it now.
Yeah,
and because I love that album so much, man.
Right.
And then when it got associated, I'm like, fuck you, brain.
Right.
Why'd you do that?
Right.
Now I'm chilling, man.
I feel like also in a way, at least this is from my perspective. Like when it comes to the things I did associate it with them, did I associate it with them because they made it special? Because I made it special.
Probably because we made it special,
right? Like, because most things is like, oh my gosh, like I remember when she laughed at this and she smiled at this and we looked at each other through in this moment. But like, you know, maybe you just felt that moment, like you know, you gotta understand. Like I think I remember this from another TikTok of Sarah's, but it's like, you got to remember that in that relationship, you are one half of that relationship.
Yeah.
In a way, this is my perception of what she said. You like through that relationship, you learn to love yourself a little bit more too, right? Because you're appreciating what you and that person, what magic is being made in those moments. And so just remember that, of course, you can find other like happiness in another relationship, because what made that relationship good too was you, right? Like you're the one that's being happy in that moment. Of course, you're gonna be happy in another one.
Yeah,
but yeah.
There's a lot of learning this year.
A lot of learning this year, dude.
God damn, bro.
Just, you know, if there's anything that you guys can take away from me in this podcast, honestly, this is the one I will always stress about to myself is like, when you're picking a partner, and this is why the bar is really high for me. This is why my standards are really high now, is when you find somebody, please make sure that they love every single thing about you and are willing to choose you at the end of the day. Because I'm so sick and tired of like being potentially really good.
Yeah.
I'm tired of just like
the future version that they thought of you.
Yeah. Yeah. I want like them to fall in love with me for the little things. Like, bro, like Spider-Man's a big part of my life. You can't watch Spider-Man 1 and 2. I'll let 3 slide. You can't watch 1 and 2. Hey man, I don't know. You know, like that's it's a huge part of me.
That's fair. That's solid.
Right? Because you wouldn't want to spend your life with someone that doesn't love you for who you are.
This is like Stella. Stella and How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, it's How I Met Your Mother reference.
Yes.
So to all the How I Met Your Mother fans, you remember that episode where, Marshall and Ted are trying to get Stella to watch Star Wars, right? Because they're like, if she doesn't watch Star Wars, I can't marry this girl.
Mm-hmm.
So then they tried, and in the end,
She fell asleep in the first one.
yeah.
Which respectfully I did too, if I'm gonna be honest.
Damn.
I tried. Dude.
Okay.
I tried.
But yeah, like literally in the episode, what happened was, in the end, after Ted kind of leaves, Marshall's like, "You didn't like the movie." He's like, "No," and then Marshall's like, "That's his favorite movie. He watches this when he's sick." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Are you sure you can like love him like that?" Or something like that. I think, and then she's like, "Yeah," and it was all a lie.
Yeah,
All a fucking lie.
Don't listen. I'm gonna again rephrase this. Let in someone who will love you for you and not love you for who they think you can be.
Mm-hmm.
Because as much as it's great for someone to love you because they think he's gonna be great and he's gonna be a great dad and great husband, like as great as those things are, those are great qualities to have and see in a person. If you can't love them for the little things that make them them, then what's the point of like looking at the future when you can't look at their past and really embrace those things? You know what I mean? I don't think anyone would want to be with someone like that, or like at least feel like they're chaining someone down.
Yeah,
because they have to wait a bit longer for the best version of me.
Yeah,
when really like
best version of them is right there.
It's right there. Yeah,
because the past is what makes the present.
Exactly.
So you gotta embrace that, ladies. My boy is single.
No.
But
don't pitch me now. We're cutting. Nope. Thank you guys for tuning into another episode of the Booth Podcast, episode 67. On the lessons that we've learned in 2022 as we head on to this new year. If we don't see you guys, because I think I want to take a break at least and just post some of the old TV episodes, please support us on the TV episodes. If we don't get back to you, Happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Since it's a Christmas special, comment down. How did your Christmas go? Was it good? Was it bad? What did you get for Christmas? Any gifts? I don't know. How are you feeling about this Christmas? Because this is a Christmas special.
Yeah.
Right? So just comment down below.
Or even just lessons that you've learned from us this coming year, or maybe your favorite moment of the podcast this year.
Yeah.
I know I asked that in the last one, but feel free to still comment down below. And please support us. Our TV episodes will be coming out soon on YouTube.
Yeah.
So go check those out. They are fun ones. They're a little short, but
it's literally TV.
Yeah, it's for television.
It's doable, trust me, guys.
But yes,
I mean, if you can watch this whole hour-long episode, you can watch 30 minutes.
You can watch 30 minutes or listen to it on Spotify.
Spotify. For TV, I don't think you can.
We'll see. We'll see about that one. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tune into our Spotify and our Apple Podcast. Please leave a review. 5 stars really goes a long way. Our socials will be in the description below. That's been The Booth. That's been Dom.
Ken.
Peace out.